Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Shino, and we're back in the Rusty Gears server. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. So, a couple weeks ago, well, first you'll hear Shino's a little sore in the throat. Got a little bit of a sinus infection going on. So, but anyways, I've got some content saved up. No worries. This is something that actually was recorded several weeks ago with Cid before he went on vacation. You've already seen his video. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I'll put a link in the description down below. And if you look in the upper corner, you'll see a little linky thing to a card that will also take you to his video. So go check it out and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. But anyways, this is a little bit where we've done a little bit of mining. Cid had identified in his single player world that he was having a little bit of problem finding ores, and he'd watched my video. What an honor to have someone like him watch one of my videos. But he'd watched my video about how to go prospecting, and he still wasn't having a lot of success. So I offered him a personal one-on-one course of going through and looking at how to use the prospecting pick in Vintage Story. Showed him my method, and he was able to see firsthand how it works. And now you'll get to see the success we have. If you ever have any questions about how you use a prospecting pick, please reach out to me. Don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask. I'm more than happy to help out. It's not the best method in the world, but it is my method. And it's a method that I've developed over the years of playing Vintage Story. I got the original idea from Streetwind in a Reddit post and kind of tailored it more towards my game style, my play style. So enjoy the video, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I watched your video, and you're like, I don't understand why the 200. It's an arbitrary number. If you've ever done any kind of computer science stuff, you'll remember they talk about magic numbers. It's just a magic number. It works out good because that way you just have to do less math. And it's easier when you start getting into finding the middle of the chunks. You're going to be moving out, and you'll see once we do this, I'll kind of explain a little bit about how the ore generation discs kind of work. Do you have Prospector Info mod?
I do. I have the one that highlights the cells that I've done.
Okay.
Which if that's the one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. And so one of the things, I don't know if you've ever looked at the chunk boundaries in the game or how to engage that.
No.
Okay. So if you go into your chat window and you type in period debug, all one word, and then wireframe, one word, and then space and put in chunk.
Yep.
And hit enter.
Right, so that's the equivalent of the F9 on in Minecraft. Well, right.
So it'll only show you just the chunk that you're in, and you'll see it shows it on all the axes. So as you go up, you'll show you're in a new chunk. As you go down, you're in a new chunk. So there's your chunk borders.
Yep.
When the game generates the code for World Gen, it's doing it by chunk. And so each chunk is given when you're doing its density. It does the stone first, the stone type, and then it decides within that stone type what all kind of ores can be generated in there. And then it assigns like a value, a scale value per chunk. But as it goes out from there, it's actually done, I think, like in a 9 chunk grid. And so the center of that 9 chunk grid will be the highest concentration of ore probability. So if we were to, I'm going to go down this hole right here, since we've just got an exposed hole, and I'm going to make sure that I'm on. Oops.
Well, let me just get a recording started. So we've got, I don't think because I realised we're missing vital information here. So. I'll whack the recording on, and so we're doing the chunk wireframe in text, and we're putting in debug wireframe chunk. That puts the chunk border on.
Yep.
As you said, and obviously the terrain is generated, then the ores are generated after the terrain.
Yep. So it's going to generate the rock density or the rock type. And then if you were to do like like I'm looking at claystone right now, if I hit Shift and H, it'll show me the claystone handbook register, and it shows what all ores can be in there. So we're not going to be able to find anything other than what's listed in the handbook. So the map's going to now go through and say, hey, you know, what kind of ores can I generate in claystone? And it's going to do like a 9x9 grid for an ore disk, and it's going to assign a probability value to each one of those 9x9s. And the center of the 9x9 is usually the highest concentration of ore probability. It can be anywhere within that grid, but the higher probability is going to be in that central mark. And those marks kind of overlap. So let's say we've got a high probability of copper in this one, but in the next chunk over, we got a high probability of black coal. Well, those two could overlap all within the same chunk, right? So we're in a single chunk here. We're just going to test, and I'm going to make sure that my mode on my pick is set to density search mode. And we're just going to grab just some random blocks in this hole. Since we have a hole, we're just going to grab 3 samples in it, right? I need one more sample. Still says one more sample needed. There we go.
Yep, so decent on cassiterite, poor on sulfur, minuscule amounts of alum.
So in the beginning, you want to pay attention to that, to the word first. So that decent is a really good reading, and these are scalable by the size of the ore disk as well. So your chance of having copper in an area is pretty high. Copper is a pretty common ore. So if you have a very high number, or even if it says very poor, you're probably still going to have copper in that area. But you would probably not see an opportunity where you would have like iron at like decent, or, you know, anything larger than that, because iron's not as common as like copper would be. So you want to look now. We're looking at our map, and we can see the chunk that we're in using the Prospector Info mod. We can now see that that map square is highlighted, and it gives us our information in there. So let's say we want to look for, I don't know, what would be a good mineral for us to look for in claystone?
Good question.
Let's see if we can, if we go to H, we go to claystone. We can find iron in claystone. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start off, and we're going to go over here. Now, you know from my video, I said, you know, find like a 200 block spot, right? Go out 200 blocks or something divisible by, you know, and let's see, we've got.
It's about 120, is it?
I was trying to find the 7600.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I'm on 7600. And so let's look, and we'll say, let's go. We're going to go back towards the desert. We're going to go to 7800 now.
Yep, there we go.
And it didn't have to be exact, but, you know, we'll do the best we can. So I'm just going to dig right down into this area, and I'm going to go down just a little bit of a ways, just so that we don't drop sand on top of our heads or gravel. Now I'm going to dig out. Only thing we need to do is we just need to make sure that we're moving, you know, at least 3 squares away from each other, right? Or from each reading, because that's what the Propick requires.
Yep.
So I'm going to knock out one sample.
One too far.
There we go.
So, and then that one, and oops, hold on, give me that one. So, poor on cassiterite, minuscule on everything else.
Right. So you see how the cassiterite went down.
Yep.
So that means that more than likely the center point of the ore disk is going to be back towards where we started from. So if we were looking for iron and we had a decent reading there, or, you know, one reading that said, let's say it said high, and then we come over here and it said, you know, or it said poor over there where we first started at, and it said very poor here. Well, very poor is not as good as poor, right? So we would want to head back over that direction to find that concentration where we're looking at.
Cool.
Okay. Let's go ahead and travel. We'll continue traveling east another 200, and we'll do another check out there. And another reason I do 200 is you want to have yep. You don't want to use up as much don't want to use up a whole lot of durability on your tools in the search for stuff. In Minecraft, everything was kind of congealed together. So, you could mine an area, strip mine it, and you could pretty much find everything that you were looking for.
Yeah, so I've got here, because I'm just in this little cave, and I got a terrain. I got a decent native copper, and it doesn't surprise me because I'm actually looking at it.
Well, I think what's really cool about the reading that I've got is I've got ilmenite here.
Oops. Yep. Titanium?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a whole load of that.
Yep. So,
and
what else do we have on this one? We had chromite, again, native copper. Let's take a look at that. You see the native copper, it says decent, and now it's at 12.3. If you looked at the previous readings that we had, now you can start paying attention to the numbers.
That drift up before he hits me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's at 4. I've got 14.9 on the one I did, whereas before it was before there was no copper, and then
no copper in the other ones.
Yeah. No, I say I know it's there because it's just in this cave here.
Now the readings that you see on the Propick results will not count surface deposits. So if you had nuggies that were above the cave, then that's not calculated into the proposal. If there's no nuggies on the surface and you've got it, then you're good to go. That's part of that would be a native deposit.
Not seeing any nuggets.
Yeah, I'm not seeing nuggies either. All right, what do we got going as we head that way? We may have to, let's go ahead now. Let's head to the south.
Okay, yep.
And we're gonna stay on this 8,000 here, and I'm just gonna go down now along that 3171. I'm gonna go down here to 3071, or I guess it'd be 2971, right?
Yeah.
There we go. And of course it's in water. I'm gonna move off the side just a little bit, but I'm gonna stay in the same chunk.
Oh dear. All right.
Bless you.
Tickly cough just in time for the holiday. Of course, for anybody who's watching this, it's just in time for the holiday that I've just come back from, but that just confused matters,
So what's neat about this one is the last one that we tested, Bitmus coal was minuscule amount, and now we're at very poor. So we're getting closer to the center of the Bitmus coal deposit.
That's interesting. I got minuscule.
Yeah. You still got minuscule on Bitmus coal?
Yeah.
Ah.
And I was, 20 blocks away?
20 blocks away, yeah.
Give or take. Interesting.
Yeah. The numbers that you get, of course, are not exacts. Remember that? Yeah. These numbers are based upon probabilities. All right. I'm going to continue going this way. I was kind of hoping, since we're in claystone, I was kind of hoping we might find some halite out here. How big of an ocean is that? That looks pretty big.
Yeah, I think we're.
So I'm going to test right here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pause my recording, and I'll be back once we've found some more fun stuff. Because otherwise, I'll be like 17 hours long. Chain of evidence leading to that on the map, which is pretty cool. So yeah, black hole. It is black hole, just a different texture.
Yeah, so that's typically what will happen when you're looking at the items that have like really large ore discs. When you're drilling down to them, you're pretty much going to run into them. Iron is that way. Iron creates a very large flat disc. But you done good.
Oh, we got something. So well, thank you very much. And
yep. Now we're going to do one more quick search, because sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes, you know, you need to use the other mode of the Propick, right?
Yeah.
To be able to find stuff. And so I'm checking an area back over here to the northeast. I got a reading for magnetite. And there's a ruin over here too.
Where did you go? I've lost you.
The northeast. Your other northeast.
My other northeast, yeah. My sense of direction is...
There you go.
is shocking, I tell you.
So there's another ruin over here that has an above ground teleporter in it too.
Ooh. And a chest. Anything good in it? Beanade and a chandelier.
Oh. And there's a big old brown bear over here too.
Where's that? Oh, let's not turn my flight off, but let's just deal with the distraction before he even gets... Right, now we've just got to sit there and sort everybody's spears out.
Well, mine are all copper.
That one's copper.
There's a black bronze.
And that one. Hang on. How are we going to do it? I'm going to... right, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for when we do the archive, I've actually got a full set of silver, and I'm just working on a full set of gold. So if I'm going in there, because to get best damage.
I'm going to do a couple more checks right here just to see if I can find a higher concentration anywhere, but...
I feel a bit rotten killing that bear and not actually taking its hide, but I've got so much leather, I don't actually know what to do with it all.
All right, so I've got very poor at 0.5 and very poor at 0.3. So I think this is probably going to be our spot here.
I've got 0.3 as well, so...
I'm going to check right over here.
Well, we've got temporal instability, so there's something.
Yeah, there's something good here.
Yeah, there's something down here.
Yeah, and I got 0.3 here also. All right, so let's go to this chunk that has a 0.5 in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the center of the chunk. I've lost you.
I was down in the ground. So this chunk here, yep.
Okay, that's about center. I got the chunk boundaries turned on, so easier to find about the center of it. And we're just going to go straight down. And looking at it on the surface, I'm about 110. So I'm going to go down to probably going to head down here to like 100. And now I'm going to change my pick over. And I'm going to put it on. We'll put it on node search. And I'm going to test that block. And it just says Flint verified trace amounts. So nothing here. I'm going to go down another 20 to 80.
Oh, the stability is dropping.
Yeah.
There's definitely, I'm going to have to find a cave around here.
Yeah, here's a cave. And I'm going to test here. And I've got quartz, galena, and gold.
Yep, good.
I'm going to go down to 60.
I'm just going to quickly scan around the quartz or mine.
And now I'm going to test at 60. And I've got, again, quartz, galena, and gold.
So down to 40.
Yep, so down to 40. And just to mention, I've got my Propick radius set at 8. Oh, I hear something. Now I'm going to check at 40.
No. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
There's definitely something friendly over to the side though. Plenty. Verified trace amounts.
There we go. Yep. So we're getting closer to it. So we've been coming down. We haven't been finding it. So now we know that we're someplace within 8 blocks up, down, left, right, order behind us. We should have some. So we're going to go down another 10. And I'm going to test again and see if that rating goes up or down or disappears. Trace amounts.
Same.
Yep. So down another 10.
Actually, I've lost it. Sorry, no, I lost it.
You lost it.
Yeah, so I think I'm probably closer to whatever is. There's definitely somebody having a bit of a party over here.
Yeah, so I lost it all the way down at Mantle. Oh, you're right there next to me.
Yeah, I was just coming down on a so I lost it on this side.
Okay.
2 blocks away.
So I'm going to come back up here to 20. And I'm going to mine off in each of the 4 directions. I'm going to mine out 4. And then I'm going to... Nope. Then I'm going to test on the 5th one. And I got verified large amounts of magnetite.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mine to the other direction, to the side of it. And I'm going to see. And that says no ore node nearby when I go the other way. So I know it's not that way. Yeah. So it's going to be in the column that I am, and it's going to be to the north of us.
I'm under your feet, so.
Okay. So we know it's this way now. And there it is. I found it.
Yep. So presumably you're just up from me. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's how you triangulate it when you find it and you got a rating and you're checking. Now, let's say we'd gone all the way down to the mantle and we got no rating of it. For me, that tells me don't mess in this chunk anymore. Just leave. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to lose durability on my pickaxe and not find anything from it. And this looks to be a medium quality.
So how big is the disc on magnetite? Is it fairly hefty?
It's fairly big. This is probably going to be enough magnetite probably for the entire season for you. It's medium, so, you know, it's not going to be as good as rich, but...
Yeah, definitely it's dropping down around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a ripple in the disc. Because the discs follow the contours of the top surface, don't they?
Exactly, yep. Yeah, basically the elevation is kind of like the next, or the noise of the map is the next. So basically the world generates as a flat, and then the terrain generation comes in and pushes it up or pulls it down. So you already have your ores are already mapped into the world.
There is definitely... I want to go and find out whatever is causing this instability. And there's definitely drifters. There are lots of drifters.
Yeah.
But I think I'm getting closer to them, so they feel like I'm getting closer. Right. I think I'm going to go back to the surface and let the temporal stability stabilize.
No kidding.
Because I have got no desire to get dragged into the Rust world.
I think we're going to have to get to the surface and then a ways a little bit, because I think even the surface was temporarily unstable.
So something just chucked a stone at me as I passed through the cave.
Huh.
How rude. Yeah, we're climbing back up now.
Yeah.
Just go.
So that's how I triangulate. And really, it's, you know, I check the center of the chunk just because if I'm going out in 8 directions, the chunk is 32. It's going to give me an opportunity to check 17 of the 32. If I'm checking within that range and I'm finding any kind of measurement, I will. My method is not to find every ore in the world. So yeah, I'm probably flying by some good deposits on my way to go find stuff. But you can see the amount of time it takes me to find an ore I'm looking for.
Yep.
And the amount of durability I use on my tools is a lot less because of the kind of the method that I use for doing it.
Oh, well, that was a shame.
Well, come over here. I got a temporal gear for you.
Oh, what?
Temporal gear.
Hello. Right.
That was actually the second one in this group down here, so I took one for myself.
Fine. I've got some Jonas subassembly and I always feel slightly aggrieved that you can't butcher the locusts. Still. Does feel like this should be something here. Yeah, okay. There's a very small ruin off this side, but nothing significant, just a linen bag in there.
Ah.
I've got to remember how to get out.
Up.
Well, up, yeah.
Up.
Yeah, I found the entrance exit where there's the up and there's the up we already had and the up that we didn't have.
Well, I haven't found either one of those yet. Let's see. I think it was this way. And follow the drifters. Here we go.
You'll find it's a cave with some quartz in it, and it's quite well lit because it's open to the air.
Yeah. Let's see. How's my inventory look? Oh, yeah. I've got quite a bit of... I don't need the rope. I don't need the quartz. That back in there.
Yeah.
I would like to take the age logs from this one.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely desynchronized. I can't see you at all.
You just saw the logs disappearing, huh?
I was seeing the logs disappearing, but no. Hang on. I'll put that take that chandelier. I'm sure it'll come in handy somewhere. Get rid of the metal scraps. I'm very tempted to take the bean aid just to go and annoy a wolf.
Take the guns, leave the cannolis. I think that was a profitable trip, at least. There's another wolf. And a lot of puppies. Oh, lots of wolves.
Oh, that's the bear we killed. Sorry, I'm just getting excited. I thought there was a bear I could annoy. Oh, I feel rotten now. I've just thrown bees at puppies.
At the puppies. Oh, there's a lot of them here. Where are you at?
Oh, now I do feel rotten. I've just seen the bees actually. There's a lot of puppies.
Yeah.
Well, they are orphans now.
Oh, no, there's another one over here. Goodness gracious. Where'd he go? Nice.
There's one in the water.
Yeah.
There's...
Oh, you one-shot him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Here, another one. Got him?
Yeah, he's dead. That was a lot of wolves.
That was a lot of wolves.
Actually, there's still another one there. And gone. A really stupid fish here. Just flopping on the side as if I don't know how we managed to get out of the water, but so yeah. I mean, there's and another one. Oh,
wow!
Stop moving. That one.
I wonder if one of the puppies grew up all of a sudden. I still see puppies running around.
That is something. I'm glad I didn't find this in the dark with no angel belt.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a fun one.
Ugh.
All right, that was a lot of fun. I appreciate spending time with Cid. That's one of the things I love most about being on a server is having the opportunity to play with friends and meet new people, and you always get to learn something new. I mean, that's kind of the story of I've said this several times before. We're not all experts, but we develop certain skills within certain areas of it and of the game. And so being able to come together with other talented people, and I use the word other talented, meaning coming together with a lot of talented people that can show me things that I've never learned before. It's helping me kind of grow in my own Vintage Story playthrough. So I do appreciate it very much. So thanks for spending time with me. Next episode, we're going to go on a little bit of a one-on-one prospecting, or not prospecting, but a treasure hunting adventure. Go check out, see if we can find some ruins, see if we can find some really cool stuff. So look forward to doing that. All right. Thanks for spending time with me. This is Shino, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.